Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Child, the only people that benefited from this wannabe reunion, more like a detention center, were the girls on time out or what? Baby, the only people that benefited from this was in the title. The name is in the title. The Rails. Off the Rails. The Rails probably said, look here, y'all that came in my restaurant. The girl that lounged over the table, then broke my dishes, crying all in my bathroom, my restroom, following each other, hollering, screaming, disturbing my client, my customers, blah, blah, blah. No, y'all gonna come back up in here. Y'all gonna buy the restaurant out. You gonna act like you got some sense. And no, you can't have no alcohol. Did them girls toast with water and coffee? Hey, besties, it's Behind the Shade, and I am back with a new review of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 14, episode 14, Off the Rails. And we're going to keep that title just like that right there because this is the pretend reunion. This was the detention center. This was a time out for you guys. This was a punishment from Andy. I'm not coming in there. I want you guys to watch the season finale and look at why we didn't have a reunion. I'm not finna sit up in no cute theater in New York, New Jersey, New wherever, sitting up in here for 15, 16 hours to listen to y'all argue, fuss, and fight and talk over each other. And I got to tell you to shut up 100 times. And, and we don't need the fans calling in with they old instigating questions. Ooh, almost cursed. With they instigating questions. Y'all gonna split up. We gonna divide it in teams. We gonna have y'all versus them. And then you can just talk amongst yourself. And I think this worked. I know a couple of other franchises that should go this route. And I love that. Who came up with the idea? Like it's a few seasons from Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta. There's a few seasons where they could have they should have done that. Love and Marriage DC, because that actually won't let you talk. She talk over everybody. I even think Potomac, don't somebody on there over talk and don't be quiet and blah 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 blah. But it's like this might be the start of something new. Because Andy is tired. And then a lot of the girls don't listen to him, and he gotta tell you to be quiet. That vein get to popping. Child and black hairs is turning gray. He don't have time for this mess. But okay, let's get into it because I wasn't gonna review it because I watched it once. I've watched it twice. The first time I watched it, I came home. My play brother had a birthday party, indulged. So when I came home to watch it, child, I was so confused. I'm sitting here like, you know how they're they're there right now in the now, right? And then they playing the the season finale in the little box, and it was hard to tell if they was talking right now or they talking from the season finale. Child, I was so confused. I was like, oh, I gotta wait till I get home from work tomorrow where I can settle in. Cause baby, I was a little bit, I couldn't keep up. Okay, so let's get into it. I've just got some things to say. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, as you know, the girls are divided, they're split up, and they're on two different floors. So there is no storming in, they can't see each other, nothing. So on the first floor, you got Jen Aiden, Teresa, Jackie, and Dolores. That was it, right? So upstairs, you have Danielle, Rachel, Margaret, Melissa, and Jen Fessler. Okay, so it's kind of like two people had a choice. They could have went to either floor, and that was Dolores and Fester. No, not Fester, Fessler. Sorry. Okay, so let's get into it. So they're there to watch the season finale so that they can see why they did not have a reunion. So Jackie says she's not trashing anyone anymore. She's not adding to the toxicity in the group. Um, and she's already know who her friends are and this, that, and that. And it's like, Jackie, you have already added to the toxicity in this group. You've done it like twice. Margaret has checked you, clocked you, and had screenshots for you, honey. You have already added to it. If not all of it, you are the toxicity of this group, sweetie. Okay, whatever. So did I talk about when they was getting on Fester for being late? Okay. So Fessler, let's get to that. I don't even think I wrote it down, but I will address it. So Mark, I think I wrote it down. Here we go. I see it. Okay. So Danielle has said she took a step back from Teresa because they were supposed to go to dinner and they didn't because her friend sent her a screenshot of what Teresa did. Teresa had posted a cast photo of them and she scribbled out darn near everybody's face. She scribbled out everybody's face but hers, Jen's, and Dolores's. Okay, so she was like, "Well, and then so Danielle said they were still like they were just texting each other, and she's doing this at the same time." So Danielle was like, "I'm gonna just scale back. I'm gonna get away from you, little girl. I'm gonna leave you alone." Okay, so Teresa's downstairs saying that she heard that there was a problem, that Danielle had a problem with her, so she's just done with her. And you see how Teresa just has no rhyme, no reason. If somebody that's supposed to be your friend that you hear has a problem with you, you don't go to them to figure out what the problem is, you just cut them off. Okay. Yeah, you just Teresa just ugh. Just the more she talked, the more you just ugh. Her and Jen Aiden. Besties, let's talk about who should leave the show. Because we don't know when this show is coming back. They have discussed a reboot. Who do you think they should keep and who do you think they should let go? I think Teresa can go. Jennifer Aiden can go. Definitely Jackie. We know the friend of isn't coming back. And Jen Fessler, she's not cut out for reality TV. She needs to go because she can't handle it. She can't handle the pressure. She's two-faced and don't really think she is and not trying to be, but she always get in these two-faced situations. So yeah, she can go too. We got to keep Melissa because we got to keep Joe. He keeps the boys together. Anyway, I'm ready for Teresa. I'm ready to see the show without Teresa. And I know she went to prison and I wasn't watching it back then. I kind of fell out of it because I was getting tired of Teresa and Joe and Melissa and all that on scenario. So, okay. So Teresa says she's done with Danielle. Marge calls Fessler because she's running late, child. So Fessler is snapping at her. And she said, "You calling the fuss at me too?" So that means clearly someone else has called to look for her. It's probably production because they were outside miking them girls up, getting them together, telling them how the tables were or where they want to sit, blah, blah, blah. So she's snapping at Marge, and Marge is like, "Okay." She's like, "I got caught behind the truck. I'm coming. I'm never late. I'll be there. Bye, Margaret." Click. It's like, okay. So Fessler chose to sit with, Danielle, and she went upstairs with Danielle, Rachel, Melissa, and Margaret. So Danielle asked Fessler as soon as she walks in. Now, you guys know if you commute, you're running late. This truck been on your nerves. Traffic is slow and stalled, and you got to give people a chance to come in and unwind. They got to talk about what they just went through in traffic. That's how they kind of calm down. So here go Danielle. So how does it feel that you've been riding hard for Jennifer Aiden? And now that you've seen the whole season, you know what happened. Child, Jen Fessler told Danielle, you need to calm down. I'm not ready to talk. I just walked in. You didn't greet me. So then she apologizes to Danielle. She says she was surprised by, Jen Aiden's actions, and she was disappointed. And so they cheers Fessler, and they cheers because they're not sitting together. They're actually across from one another, like on different ends of the table. So they just cheers in the air with their water and coffee. So Rachel tells Fessler that she was all in as her friend, but watching the season back, she just doesn't think that Jen Fessler was a friend to her. So Fessler said her piece, and then they made up. So that is good. That's what I think this type of situation. I may just call it a reunion, just so you got, the last, the end. This is it. Um, I liked it because Fessler was able to mend her issues with Danielle and Rachel. And that's what the reunion is for. It's for you to all to come together, talk about what happened, what problems, and try to work through them and move on and da 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 da. And so that was good for Rails, because they said y'all gonna come back up in here. You gonna run me back. You gonna give me some free advertisement. And you gonna make this right. You done broke up all my dishes. Okay, let's focus. I'm focusing. I'm there. I'm all here. Okay. So then they showed the scene at Margaret's house when Fessler was there, and then Dolores came over after she came from Teresa's house. So it's about saving Dolores saving herself, so Teresa don't get mad at her about Marge inviting her over to the reunion review discussion that they were having about Louis and Bo Diddle. And we all saw how Dolores popped off that vein in her forehead. And so Teresa was saying, I've never seen you this mad before. I've never seen you this mad. And it's like, this is what Dolores does. She, for some reason, does not want Teresa on her. She don't want to get on Teresa's bad side. They go back from childhood. I think they grew up together, because I remember Joe saying he's been knowing Dolores since she was 5. So they're pretty much very close. Dolores don't want no smoke from Teresa. And that was, to me, why she went all the way off on Margaret, because she was trying to make it look like, no, you did not invite me because you knew better than to invite me, because I wouldn't come to something like that. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't want no parts of it. And so she's downstairs with Teresa too. And she could have easily came upstairs, but she chose to be down there because she team Teresa. Okay. Everybody should know that. I even think, anyway, we'll get to that. So, Dolores is covering her own butt. And so she says it wasn't about being invited to the reunion review. It was about Marge making it seem like she was lying about being invited to it. Okay, Dolores, you just didn't want Teresa to question your loyalty. We all know that. I even think Marge knows that. And Marge is giving you a pass. She's giving you some grace too. You know what I'm saying? Because she like you. She understands what's going on. So Marge asked the table, do they want to go downstairs? Do any of you guys want to go downstairs? And they're all like, no, So they asked Fessler. Fessler said, nope. She said, nope. She popped that P, nope. And so she said, the social media stuff was just too much for me. And so she was like, I just can't handle all that, going back and forth and stuff being exposed and blah, 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 blah. So then they get to the scene at Rachel's house with Danielle and Melissa. So remember, Melissa's asking Danielle, like, so what happened at this, at Teresa's house? And so Melissa brings up Louis' ex's niece, telling her that he's dangerous. And Teresa says she's gonna tell Louis what his family said. It's like, okay. So really, like, when they're showing these scenes, it's just like Jennifer Aiden just does not miss a moment to say some of the. She just rebuking. She just re she just commenting on everything. Just, oh, that's so stupid. I'll be quiet. She just talking crap through the whole show. She is just talking crap every chance she get. Oh, she just made me sick every time she opened her mouth. Whew, Lord. And I don't ever have to hear we remember things differently. I don't want to have to hear. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear it no more. We remember things differently. You're giving each other a pass. That's what that's saying. I'm gonna give you a pass. Okay. So Teresa. Okay, yeah. So then there's another scene where they're getting ready for the Last Supper, where Louis says the horrible. I hope her son suffers. So Dolores is telling Teresa, like, Louis gonna catch crap for saying that. And Teresa's like, what? Like what? And so, she tells us, so she's like, I don't care. I don't care. My kids suffered. Then she go through all her kids, my daughters, my stepson. So Dolores is like, wait now, because if I can back Louis up, because I have backed him up a million times out of all the things that's been said about him, I've backed him up. I could definitely say when he's wrong. So Teresa tells her, look here, don't stick up for her in front of me, in front of you or to you. And so, Dolores knows how to wiggle her way out of stuff. She was like, I'm not. I'm talking about that son part, that son suffering part. We don't talk about kids, everybody knows kids are off limit. So Dolores brought up, her son working for Louis and how she's shutting all the little rumors down. And so Frank, they showed a flashback at the reunion, and Frank, her ex-husband, he was mumbling something like, that ain't what I heard. He knows something. And so she was like, I don't know what the rumors are, and I don't want to hear them. So she's shutting everything down because, once again, she's a puppeteer for Teresa. She just don't want Teresa to get mad at her. So Melissa said that was the lowest thing someone has ever said on the show. Like the lowest. So Fessler, she's like, I can't believe he said that, even if he thought it, like you actually said it. So how many times, besties, did Marge say, that's disgusting? That's disgusting. I even think Jennifer Aiden said it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't need to hear this either. Oh, that's disgusting. So Rachel says, your words are a boomerang. So, what you put out there comes back to you. So then they're at the scene where they're at the Last Supper. Child. So Marge points out that Teresa's Chanel's outfit is fake. She just wanted that to be known. I was like, really? And now I'm looking for the fakeness. I don't know exactly what I was looking for, but I was looking for it. Is it misspelled? Is Chanel, is it spelled like channel? Did they put another N in it? What makes it fake? Tell me. So then they get to the scene where Jennifer Aiden and Danielle got into it. Blah, 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 blah. Melissa says, Melissa called Teresa white trash. Then Teresa says, oh, she's calling her husband white trash. And it's like, okay, Teresa, we understand you are in love with your brother and you just had to bring him up. Then we learned that Fessler just got a facelift. So that's why she left the luncheon, the supper, the last supper. That's why she left, because she didn't want to get no glass in her face. So then she asked Danielle, does she regret lunging over at Jennifer Aiden? And so so Danielle says, I regret not taking her last breath, is what, she said the word. I regret that. So Fester is like, no, that's not what you mean. I mean, after you calm down, you think about it, you play it back in your mind. Uh, you know, why don't you, start using your words? Use your words. And so Danielle agrees. She said, yeah, I'm 39 years old, a mother of two. I should start using my words and stop. Yeah, I will not try to hit people. And so she agrees. And then Dolores asked Jen Aiden, what's the big deal? Like, what was the big deal? You read, what did you say anyway? And it's like, really, Dolores? What do you mean? Nate was sick. He had to have surgery. It almost cost him his life. And you're going to sit up here and make these little slick comments about him having man boobs. And you really, and just like Melissa said, talking about the husbands is a little sensitive. You just cannot do that. Okay? And they are in love. Danielle loves Nate, and Nate loves Danielle. She will go there with you, baby. Stop playing. Stop playing, because we know that Bill won't go there for you. No, he won't. So then they go to the scene where Teresa and Marge talking about the smear campaign, and they're pretty much not really saying nothing. Teresa just going, stupid. Oh, she's a lawyer. She's doing all that. So then Teresa and Rachel get into the Warrior video, and then Jackie and the ex with that drama of meeting her, going to her house, inviting her to her, whatever, that. So then Marge wants to know, how did she get the video? Because Marge's like, I didn't get the video. I don't know. How would I get the video? So Jackie is still telling Teresa that Marge's timeline is wrong about, the interactions with the ex-wife. And she said she been stopped talking to Louis' ex. And Teresa believes her. Teresa feels vindicated. She feels like the truth came out. Rachel asked Fessler, how does she feel about Jackie now? And so, Fessler's like, I'm not stupid. I'm not blind or anything like that, but I love Jackie and it's just kind of hard. Okay. So they figure Louis' ex sent the video to other people as well as whoever in the group. And Teresa says she already knew that Jackie, Melissa, and Margaret was talking to her. Okay. So then they go into a segment of like, does anyone have any regrets? They're all asking each other. And so Fester says no. Danielle says she regrets having Jen Aiden around her and her kids. Jen Aiden, what did that little fool say? Jennifer Aiden is done with Danielle unless she apologizes for hitting her. Rachel's regret is that she wishes she would have exposed Louis more, but she has morals, and that is what separates the ladies upstairs from the ladies downstairs. Dolores says you can't evolve unless you're held accountable. We agree. Jen says the other people, the ones, I guess they were downstairs. So she talking about the Margaret and them upstairs. She says the other ladies are playing them like they're fools, and they take no accountability. Jackie tells Teresa she knows there's no reconciliation. She's not gonna reconcile with Melissa. But what about Marge? Teresa says she would have to get on her knees and beg her and say sorry. Ugh. She believes Margaret has been trying to destroy her for 4 years, and it's been tough, but they've made it through. Melissa says this all just sucks. It just sucks. The good, the bad, so many emotions, and it's just done. Like this is done. And so Dolores just says, it's just time to let it go. It's just let it go. It's over. It's over. So in all their confessions, they all pretty much say it's over. And then Rachel announces that she's pregnant. Oh, and they are so happy for her. I was happy. And then they cheers with their water and coffee. I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. So that was the end of the episode. I wasn't going to review it, but I figured it would just be something quick and slick. And it is. We're under 30 minutes. So, besties, let me know how you felt about the show. What are we going to rate this show? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give it a C, only just because like it kind of was like, yeah. Well, it was a C. I don't who else, just Jen Fessler came and she got her apologies out with two women, with Danielle and Rachel. Margaret doesn't seem like she did anything wrong this season. Melissa's like, eh. And everybody else is just like, we know Jackie probably won't be back. I don't know if anybody's coming back because we don't even know if the show is coming back, but they said they're going to reboot it. And I'm sure they're going to have to shake the table. Somebody has to go. Someone big has to get off the show. It can be Dolores, Teresa. I don't think Marge, because Marge was pulling her weight with those screenshots. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Can we get rid of Jackie, Jen, Aiden, and Teresa, and a little Dolores, and bring in maybe two other people? Yeah. Okay, besties, that's it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, besties.